CIA tracked every activity of Maduro for a few days. This was the final warning given to Maduro from Trump's side.
My country is at war. I decided to come here.
At 1 o'clock in the morning. But all the companies refused to go to Venezuela. Trump's Venezuela policy has badly failed. Since August 2025, a small team of the CIA had been working in Venezuela. The purpose of this team was to keep an eye on every activity of Maduro, where Maduro lives, where he sleeps, when and where he travels, with whom he goes, what he wears. Even information about his pets was collected. In this way, the CIA tracked every activity of Maduro for a few days. And even inside the Venezuelan government, a CIA spy was active who was continuously sending pictures of Maduro's location to the CIA. If this spy had been caught, the entire operation could have ended right there. But that did not happen. After this, in November 2025, a phone call took place between Donald Trump and Nicolás Maduro. During this conversation, Trump told Maduro to step down and leave the country. That would be better for you. But Maduro clearly refused to do so. This was the final warning given to Maduro from Trump's side. After Maduro refused, the United States prepared a complete plan to abduct him and built an exact replica of Maduro's house in Kentucky, Africa, where the Delta Force carried out a full rehearsal to abduct Maduro. And on the other side, the United States also intensified its military deployment around Venezuela. After this, on December 25, 2025, on Christmas Day, Donald Trump gave final approval to this operation. Christmas Day was chosen because on this day, many soldiers of Venezuela remain on leave. But due to bad weather, the operation had to be kept on standby for some time. As soon as the weather cleared, on the night of January 2nd, 2026, at exactly 10:46 p.m., Trump gave permission for American attacks in Venezuela. As soon as the approval was received, more than 150 American aircraft take off from 20 different locations. And through a major cyber operation, the electricity of Caracas is suddenly cut off. The entire city sinks into darkness. People are not even able to understand what exactly is happening. Shortly after, the American military carries out airstrikes in Venezuela and destroys the radar and air defense systems so that the path for the helicopters can be cleared. In this entire incident, more than 40 people lose their lives. Sometime after this, several helicopters of the U.S. military begin moving toward Caracas, flying at just 100 feet above the sea. At the same time, the American military used some advanced weapon, because of which the soldiers began to feel dizzy without any sound, felt as if their heads were bursting, and started vomiting blood. The situation had become such that they could not understand what was happening to them. They were not in a condition to respond to the attack, and sometime after this, at 1 o'clock in the morning, the American military reaches Maduro's compound. As soon as the helicopters reach the compound, firing begins on them. One helicopter is hit by bullets, but it continues flying. And on the other side, the commandos of the Delta Force descend onto the roof of the building with the help of ropes in a cinematic style. And just 3 minutes after landing, the commandos reach the exact location of Maduro. At that time, Maduro is sleeping with his wife. The commandos open the door of the steel-reinforced safe room with the help of a blowtorch and capture Maduro. After this, Maduro and his wife are taken by helicopter to USS Iwo Jima. Then from there to Cuba's Guantanamo Bay detention camp. And from there, with the help of an aircraft, they are taken to the Air National Guard base in New York. After this, these pictures of Maduro go viral on the internet, in which he is seen in American custody, bound in chains. The next day, Secretary of State Marco Rubio says in a press conference, Maduro was given several generous proposals to avoid this situation, but he did not listen to us.
But I want to be clear about one thing. Nicolás Maduro had multiple opportunities to avoid this. He was provided multiple very, very, very generous offers.
Now, the biggest question is, why did Trump take such a big step against Venezuela? The simple answer to this is oil. In the year 1914, oil was discovered for the first time in Venezuela, and oil was first extracted from a well named Zumaque No. 1. At this time, the USA itself was producing oil, but there was a big difference between American oil and Venezuelan oil. American oil is mostly light and soft. It is called light and sweet, from which only petrol and naphtha are made. and it is very expensive, but it is easily refined. On the other hand, to process Venezuelan oil, expensive chemicals and modern equipment are required. It is cheaper compared to USA oil. But Venezuelan oil is thick, heavy, sticky, and full of sulfur and metals, from which diesel, asphalt, factory fuel, etc. are made. Because of this, its demand in the market started increasing, and Venezuelan oil began to be sold all over the world, due to which Venezuela's oil production reached up to 3.5 million. And by the year 1929, Venezuela became the largest oil exporting country in the world. After this, oil companies of the USA entered Venezuela, and on a large scale, American oil companies set up plants in Venezuela. And in their own country as well, they prepared plants on a large scale to refine Venezuelan oil. And from both places, they started selling oil all over the world. Sometime later, in the year 1976, Venezuela built its own refinery, PDVSA. By this time, America had no problem with Venezuela. Even in 1963, former US President John F. Kennedy had called Venezuela America's best friend in South America. After this, everything continued to go well for a long time. But the problem arose when Hugo Chavez became the president of Venezuela. In the year 1999, Hugo Chavez became the president of Venezuela and nationalized the entire oil industry. And the next year, in 2001, he made the Hydrocarbons Organic Law, under which state ownership over all oil resources was declared, and American companies were removed. After this, American oil companies put pressure on the then-President George W. Bush to take action against Chavez, after which the United States tried to bring about a change of power in Venezuela, but it failed. After this, in the year 2005, the United States imposed sanctions on Venezuela, which are still in place. After this, in 2013, Chavez dies and Nicolás Maduro comes to power. For the next few years, things continue like this. Then, in the year 2019, Donald Trump called Maduro an illegitimate dictator and blocked all crude exports of Venezuela's national company PDVSA and put pressure on other countries that no country would buy oil from Venezuela. After which, Venezuela's oil production fell from 3.5 million to 1 million, which is 0.8% of the world's total production. After this, in the year 2025, Trump once again becomes the president of the United States, and this time, Trump accuses Nicolás Maduro of working with drug trafficking organizations since 1999 to smuggle drugs into America. After which, under Operation Absolute Resolve, Maduro is abducted. And after the abduction, Trump announces that now American oil companies will go to Venezuela and will invest billions of dollars and build infrastructure. But now, 1 month after abducting Nicolás Maduro, a new twist has emerged. Trump had thought that after Maduro's departure, American companies would take control of PDVSA and would extract Venezuela's oil and earn money. But when Trump called giants like ExxonMobil and Chevron and said, "Come invest in Venezuela and loot 300 billion barrels of oil," but all the companies refused to go to Venezuela. But why? Because Venezuela's system is still the same old one. The new interim leaders are also followers of Chavez and Maduro. These people have earlier, in 1976 and 2007, seized American assets in the name of nationalization. At that time, Exxon suffered a loss of $1.6 billion, and even after investing another $100 billion, it would take at least 10 years to install the machinery. By then, the EV market will become even faster, and on top of that, the risk of gang war and insurgency. Russia and China are still present in Venezuela. Russia, through Rosneft, controls 49% stake in PDVSA. China has given a $60 billion loan, and their military bases are present here. If American companies invest $100 billion and set up plants, and later China and Russia attack in the name of protection, then the entire investment would be destroyed at once. Apart from this, in Caracas, the Tren de Aragua gangs are brandishing weapons. In the fight for control over oil fields, hundreds of deaths have already taken place before. In such a situation, American executives are also worried about the fear of kidnapping. No company is ready to go to Venezuela. Trump thought that by removing Maduro, a new pro-American government would be brought in, oil flow would be restored, and the influence of China and Russia would be broken. But Trump's Venezuela policy has badly failed. Operation Absolute Resolve has turned into an expensive show. Billions of dollars were spent, but not a single drop of oil was obtained. Trump's oil dream has been shattered. Now will there be another attack on Venezuela? Or will a new Chavez era begin? What do you think? Tell in the comments. Thank you for watching the video.